Guys, this is your girl back again with another video. So today I want to talk about when God calls you into isolation. Let's get into the things. If you guys have not already, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel. But let's talk about when your spirit is being called to isolation and how it initially feels. On the spiritual journey, you're not just going to get caught into isolation just on one part of the journey. You're going to get caught into isolation a lot on the spiritual journey. A lot. And it can be difficult, but the more you kind of get used to, like when you start noticing like the little patterns and stuff like that, you'll be glad to go into isolation. Like me, I had got so comfortable with being in isolation on my journey to where I literally, God was like, look, you got to go outside, girl. You got to go outside. And I'm just like, why? I don't want to go. But anyway, just a little backstory with my own personal experience. I am a reader. Okay. I'm an intuitive reader. And I always feel like I've had that gift, even growing up, but I'm getting into those things. But I ended up, the first time that I was being called into isolation was when I went through, dang, I've been through a lot of isolating periods. Oh, now that I'm thinking about it. But I think the major one that I went through was when I was called from my job. That was probably one of the most difficult parts because I literally had no control, y'all. Usually control is something that we all operate out of with the subconscious mind because that's what we call the plan. That's what we call the plan. So if I have it written down a certain type of way, like I'm going to do this and then I'll do this and then I'll do that. That's planning, because we don't, if the plan doesn't align with God's planning, it's going to fail. I learned that later on. And I had been at this job, guys. I was with this company for about 6 or 7 years. Literally, probably one of the best jobs that I've had. And I think that was when I'm like, I don't get this. I don't get this. I don't get this. I've always been a very spiritual person, but I'm just like, God, I don't understand this. I've been here. My benefits are good. I have a great boss. This is the first time things are like looking like it's gonna be cool. And then a tower came. And my mom was the one that was watching my baby for me every day. That was a blessing. Thank God for her, because my baby didn't have to go to daycare. For the first 3 years of her life, she was with family, so that was a blessing. So I have to accept that. And my mama wanted to go and do what she needed to do for herself. And it's like, all right, cool. Even though I was mad at first. But y'all, I'm just like, I gotta find childcare. I gotta figure something out. So I started looking for childcare. Everything was full. Everything was full. And then at that time, how I knew that it was time, it became a situation to where God had everything lined out, making it very easy for me to exit. The staying was the obstacle at the job. But the way he had my exit planned out, it was smooth. My mom, she went back to work. At the time, her dad was transitioning from one job to another. So he had put his 2 weeks in at his job. And I had to put my 2 weeks in for my job. And That's the only time that I had. So because he was transitioning from one job to another, he had put his 2 weeks in. He was on night shift at the job that he was leaving. So he was able to watch our baby for that time period. And it was the perfect exit. Once again, I felt like my whole world was crumbling, even though I had started like I had my own little business on the side and stuff like that, helping the community, with my readings and stuff like that, helping heal and help people get through what they're getting through, or whatever the case may be. I'm like, God, like, you can't possibly tell me that this is what I'm supposed to be doing 100% of the time. Like, I'm used to, you know what I'm saying? So I was isolated after that. And I kind of feel like I went into like I want to say a depression, but I wasn't feeling good. Because my old pattern was done. A job that I planned on being at for a while, until whenever. That's done. And I was literally in the wilderness. I was in the wilderness. And, of course you talk to people about what you're going through or whatever the case may be, but if they haven't lived it before, they can't give you any guidance. And I knew at that time then, I said, God is wanting my attention now. And that is part of why he isolates you. It's usually when he has something for you and he wants to speak to you, and he wants you to allow him to show you what he can do for your life now that you've done the most. Because the most that I could do for my life was to go get a decent job. You know what I'm saying? But I didn't know that I was being called into entrepreneurship. I did not know that. And I'm just like, how am I supposed to provide for my kid? And y'all, that was in 2022. Actually, that was in 21, I think. I think that was in 21, summer of 21 when I left my job. And it's 2024 going into 2025, and he has provided. And Lamentations 3:25, chapter 3:25 through 28, the Lord is good to those who hope is in him. To the one who seeks him, it is good to wait quietly for the salvation of the Lord. It ain't easy. But once again, when he's isolating you and you don't have anybody else to call, because he'll literally put you in a situation to where you can call whoever you want, but they don't have an answer to the problem. Pray to me. I have all the answers that you need. So that is part of isolation, guys. Another reason why he isolates you, and I'm going to let y'all go after this, is because a lot of us have gone into the world subconsciously thinking that our happiness is attached to money, fame, or power. And you don't know that's what you're doing, but most of the time we go and work in jobs that we don't like, it's because we're trying to create stability for ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And it becomes something that, and y'all, we let our jobs distract us so much. Like, you get so hung up at work, and then you got these negative people at your job and stuff, and they bringing their stuff to the job. Some of y'all maybe get mistreated by your boss, somebody who's supposed to protect you, that type of thing. And you get distracted to where we stop praying, And I'm here to tell you that God is good. He is good. And if you allow him to do his big one in your life, he will change some things around for you. Like he's always there. And that was another thing too, that you know, I had to stop relying and depending on my own understanding, because sometimes my truth is a bit distorted because I haven't gotten all the answers yet. I haven't gotten all the knowledge that I need. I haven't learned enough lessons yet to really just say this is the answer, because I haven't lived long enough, you know, or whatever the case may be. But anyway, I just want to talk to y'all about that when it comes down to when you're being called to isolate yourself, man. And the thing is, you can rebel against it all you want to, and he'll let you do just that. But eventually, for people that are obedient and they start to understand and notice the signs of when it's time to just sit down, most people that understand God's calling, they will surrender at some point and just allow things to just be. You know, being in that silent season is not easy, but just like he gives us the opportunity to isolate ourselves, get away from all the BS, I take it as a break now. It's just like, oh, I get to go into isolation, great, I'm going, you know. Because it's crazy. People are crazy. But isolation can be good to you if you let it be. And yeah. But anyway, y'all let me know what you think about this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.